The Canada West season continues for the defending women's hockey champions, and I'm here with head coach Jon Rempel. And you guys had a tournament over the Christmas break. You were over in McGill for a tournament there. Curious to know how that went, despite the travel. We'll get to that and the snowstorms you guys had to deal with. But how was the competition, and how did the team react?
It was good. I mean, these Christmas tournaments are always. It's you take your chances sometimes because of exam period and whatnot, but it's always good to get back and play. And we played against 3 of the top 4 ranked teams in the country, and I think those rankings are pretty close, particularly the top 2 teams. And had a great game against Laurier, lost 4-2 shortly after getting off the plane on last Wednesday. Played McGill, best team in the country, and played them extremely hard. Lost 3-0, but it was an extremely close game. And then our third game in 3 days, and came back and beat St. FX 4-2, and probably played the best third period that we played the whole week, which was really encouraging for me because it was our last period of the tournament. And so the girls, I think it's always it can be a shot in the arm confidence-wise, and I'm hoping that's what happened.
Bisons making a statement out east to those eastern teams that you don't get to see very often. You mentioned the plane. Now, I've been hearing that there's a layover that went on in Toronto. Is that kind of like an extra bit of, team bonding time, that, it's unforeseeable, but I mean, what kind of all went down there?
Well, I mean, we were delayed coming out of Winnipeg for 3.5 hours, and what basically that meant is that our connector from Toronto to Montreal got canceled because there's a curfew in the Montreal airport. So by the time we got into Toronto, it was 1:30 in the morning. We got our gear, and they WestJet put us up in the hotel at the Sheraton at the Toronto airport, and then we left for Montreal at 7 in the morning. So we were back up at 5, and we had to play at 1 o'clock that afternoon. And the biggest thing that I told our team is, it's not about things that happen to you, it's about how you react. And I really thought that they did a really good job in that game, and actually the whole week of handling things maturely and professionally, and that's part of learning to be an adult, really is what it amounts to. And so I thought they did a good job of handling those things. And like I said, there's certain things you can't control in life, and you just have to deal with them, and they dealt with it, so it was good.
And getting off the ice a little bit, coming up in February, there's a big event, a big dinner event that Kevin Cheveldayoff is going to be the big guest there. What kind of dinner is that, and what does that do for Bisons hockey?
Well, it's a fundraiser that the women's team and the men's team has collaborated on for the last, I think this is the 4th year we've combined together. It's been very successful in the last couple of years. Great turnout and really, really good support. We've had the good fortune of having some really good people speak at it. And Kevin has graciously, accepted our invitation to speak. And with his busy schedule, he's made some things shift around to make it work for us, which we're really appreciative of. And Kevin's Kevin. I mean, he's just a quality individual, and people that know him know what he's about, and he likes to give back to the community, and that's the way he always operated. And I feel very fortunate that we were able to secure him to speak, and I'm anxious to hear what he has to say, because I think his message will be a good one for our players and everyone that's there. So yeah, it's February 6th at Canadians on Pembina Highway at Canadians Fort Garry, and it should be a great night.
So even though Jon has completely given you the wrap-up, if you want to read any of that again, go to gobisons.ca. You can also check out the women's hockey schedule and check out a game for yourself at Max Bell Center. For Shaw TV, I'm Mitchell Clinton.